producer.
Yes.
In Hollywood, and they were like, "Then we'll crush you." And then he got a divorce at the same time. But Brendan's coming back, and I will be there, blowing the trumpet.
And then he was like,
spilling blood.
I was the man from Monkey Bone.
No, he didn't. We don't talk about Monkey Bone. There is no place for Monkey Bone in the Renaissance. Seize him!
What?
Brendan Guard.
What horror film do you think will be his return?
Ooh, I would love to see. How about Brendan
the
Fraser?
Kevin Spacey story.
Not a real life horror story.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Don't you dare bring that Spacey rage down on us. That's worse than the Candyman, dude. We've said it twice now. Anyway, I would love to see Brendan come back in a. I call him Brendan. I would love to see Brendan come
Only
back.
his friends do.
In a.
I call him the Frage.
We call ourselves Brens. His best friends.
I call him Brandon Fraser, the glorious one, like all of his stalkers do.
I call him Brendan Anointed, the golden blooded. He'll be back anyway. Until that time, until the golden face of Brendan Fraser rises on a blessed day once more to greet us, we will remain Werewolf Radar. But we'll be on kind of a Brendan watch. Welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name is Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Balding.
I am Roger Norquist.
And today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstruco Publishing presents The Forbidden Texts of Kofgarnikon of Shofnaga. Translated for the first time into the human tongue, this true page-turner will have you screaming the praises of our golden-blooded serpent deity long after you put it down, fall asleep, and slip into madness. Kofgarno, Shofnaga, Kofgarno, Kofgarno, Kofgarno,
Kofgarno. You'll be blinking the blood out of your eyes in no time.
Monstruco, what the fuck? Have you guys read the Kofgarnikon?
I have not. I've just been slowly indoctrinated by these ever increasingly intense Monstruco ads.
Sure. Some people think that Brendan Fraser is the second coming of Kofgarno.
It's very possible.
Who was of course.
Kofgarno Man is supposed to be upcoming. It's 2022, but with the pandemic, we don't know when they're shooting.
Sure. He's a prophet of Shofnaga. Just saying.
Check your scripture. It's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's in, not the ones you can see.
Yeah, not your Bible, our Bible, the Werewolf Radar Bible.
Yeah.
Coming out 2021.
Mm-hmm. You have to read it through what are those called? A hagstone. Do you know what a hagstone is?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's that thing that Joseph Smith read the Mormon Bible through.
Yes, exactly. If you find a stone,
you mean a small hole in a sheet?
No, that's what he had sex with the Mormon Bible through. If you find a stone in the river and it has a naturally occurring little hole in it, they call that a hagstone or a seer stone sometimes. Yeah. And supposedly you're supposed to be able to see the fairy realm through it, or at least entrances thereof and exits there too. And sometimes you can see a little light switch and you can flick the lights on and off in the fairy world.
I feel I was allowed to enter the other realm one night while walking home from the 48-hour film fest in Denver. And this little hopping, do you remember the Pikmin story, Pikmin's model?
Sure.
It's a Lovecraft tale where this painter keeps painting something that he thinks he sees, and then that model kills him, and it's like this little rodent humanoid rat thing that hops, and it's like covered in gore. I saw that one time go under a bridge tunnel, and I thought about entering it, and then I was like, I'm not ready.
Whoa.
For that.
That is a very interesting way to categorize you trying to hitchhike.
Ultimately, I feel there have been moments where I too have been.
It stared me in the eyes and then hopped down into this very round tunnel that I was like, if I go through there, I enter Arkham.
Couple of questions.
Sure.
Why are we only now hearing about this?
This is just something I say for every 100 episodes. After episode 200, man, I got an even crazier story about Chinese food.
You almost followed that into the sewer one night. Whoa.
Milgo Jiangxi.
Is that a cuisine?
No, but
Okay.
Jiangxi is... all right, we've covered it. It's the hot
Listen to an
okay.
episode.
Sure, I'll listen to an episode sometime. And second question, were you on acid?
No, this was after I stopped having all that fun that saw the colors.
Interesting.
This was just me being tired, though. I was tired,
Sure.
and I might not have saw it right, but like this thing hopped into
Yeah.
this. It wasn't. I don't know what animal it was. It wasn't a bunny. It wasn't a rat. It was something that was bipedal and like hopped down. And then I just didn't see it, and I didn't care to follow it. Although maybe I should have. I don't know. Is Arkham a cool place?
I do feel as though I have
if it was a
beckoned into the other once again to the other side, and have also, due to fear, turned it down. I've been like, no, you don't come back from that one. You'd get to know, but you don't come back.
But is that universe A? Like, did we have a chance to go to another universe? And I sometimes chagrin the fact I didn't enter another universe.
That's not Universe A. That's a shadow realm.
Yeah, that's Universe C. You might end up, but you could. What if you plummeted to Universe Q?
No.
You want to end up in Universe Q?
Do you want to be part of 8chan?
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, Raj, you could go to Universe A, but honestly, even then, you leave us behind. Go back to Universe A, feast on the delicious cakes and milks and honey of the early 2000s.
No, I don't
leave
want
us.
That. Who
would we fill?
I want my
your
friends.
Spot with? Who would help us forge against the darkness here in Universe C? B. I can't even remember.
We're in Universe something or other. We're climbing our way up. You're right. I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
As soon as we can figure out our squad tactics, we'll be Universe.
We're working our way up the universes.
Yes, we are.
What are we talking about this week? I got one.
Do you want to go first? I'll go last or middle.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll freaking go first.
All right.
Some stuff for you here. Oh, wait. No, I can't. I lost them. Remember when we had those technical difficulties?
Yes.
I lost all of my stuff.
It's okay.
I
got
could get
something.
it pretty quick.
I got something that
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it.
Okay.
I got an ad for Wells Fargo if you want me to talk about it.
That's
I
not
would like you
paranormal
to not
yet.
ever do that.
Okay.
I want to talk to you guys about sliders. You know what sliders are?
The episode?
Sliders.
The TV show?
The episode. Which one? Which episode?
TV show?
Episode 305 Stoker.
Not the television show. When I say sliders with regards to a paranormal phenomenon, I'm talking about SLI. Have you ever heard of SLI?
I guess not.
Street light interference phenomenon.
Okay.
This is a term coined by paranormal author Hilary Evans to denote the claimed ability of individuals to turn streetlights or outside building security lights on or off when passing near them.
Interesting. I
Do you
think
know what
I've
I'm
seen
talking
some of like when sometimes it happens like I'll be driving and then all of a sudden like just all the street lights turn off and I thought it was just the city trying to save power.
This happens to me so much.
Are we
Really?
sliders?
That
Jordan might be.
walking under streetlights, I'm surprised that both of you guys weren't like, oh yeah, all the time, because that happens so much that I've come to believe that it can't be something paranormal because it's so often.
Well, I
happens.
thought it was like the city actually trying to save power, and I was just walking at the weirdest times that's when they were. That's what I was told. Like it's the city
Right.
just randomly shutting off
By
lights.
who? Exactly.
I guess no one who worked for the city, just a bunch of stoners.
Did a man from the power company show up to your house and say, "Listen, sometimes the lights will go out. It's nothing."
Well, you know,
maybe.
a bunch of stoners are who they have in MK Ultra, man.
Believers in SLI allege that they experience it on a regular basis with specific lamps and streetlights, and more frequently than chance would explain. However, SLI has never been demonstrated to occur in a scientific environment, and those who claim the ability have been found to be unable to reproduce the effect on demand.
It's kind of like a Michigan J Frog affair, but with this street light.
Little bit of a Michigan J Frog situation. It comes to
I told
life
you this light
sometimes.
hates me. It turns off all the time. It's not doing it now because it knows it's because you're here. It knows I'm trying to prove this.
Mm-hmm. Truth. Proponents. According to Evans, SLI is a phenomenon based on claims by many people that they involuntarily and usually spontaneously cause street lamps to go out. Evans's 1993 book, The SLI Effect, Jesus, she got a whole book out of it. I'm struggling to get 15 minutes. Proposes that the phenomenon is not consistent with our current knowledge of how people interact with the physical world. Evans coined the term SLI-der to refer to someone who allegedly
like
causes this
at a
effect.
convention. SLIs, der.
It's ask me about SLI-ders. No, stop saying sliders. It's not about the TV show.
Jerry O'Connell needs to stop his libel suit.
To refer to someone who allegedly causes this effect, a slider, and cites Slider's claims of being able to extinguish a row of sodium vapor lamps in sequence, each one going out as witnesses near it.
Weird.
Some proponents believe static electricity of some kind or some kind of energy emitted by the human body is responsible for SLI. Others claim the alleged phenomenon is caused by individuals having psychic or psychokinetic abilities.
Well, do they have to produce an entire row? Like,
no.
For proof? I mean...
Now, there
I would kind of demand
also,
it scientifically. I would ask, be like, nah, we got to try and actually make it weird and like very statistically unprovable or provable that like you are the one making these lights go out and it's repeatable.
Right, but what if it is just the one light that has a crazy electrical inference that you happen to have some sort of weird vibration with as you walk past it?
Okay, well, I guess it can't just be that one light, but I got to see it, you know? I got to get the Guinness Book of World Records out here.
sure. Watch me pop these lights.
Yep.
That kind of thing. Watch
Yep.
me walk down the street. Michael Jackson, friggin', who's the guy who's the new Michael Jackson? He dances. He wears a red coat. Bruno
I
Mars.
know who it is. One moment.
Walking
It
down the
is
street. I got
Garth
it.
Brooks.
I got it. No. Bruno Mars walking down the street, light bulbs popping. Come witness my style. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You follow me around, you'll see some sliding. This is from Body Smart Essentials. A slider is a person who seems to be able to cause streetlights to go out just by walking or driving past them. This ability appears to be completely spontaneous and intermittent, the person in question having no apparent control over it. It also has the appearance of being quite random without any obvious sequence of cause and effect. Sometimes the slider will experience it several times in the same week, while other times it may not happen for an extended period. The phenomenon is known as streetlight interference in America. It is also known as street lamp interference. Fucking don't mess that up in the wrong circle.
I don't know
It's
exactly what
lamp
side
interference.
of the pond you're from.
Yeah, seriously.
Outside of the suburbs, do they not refer to it as street because it might be a little urban?
yeah. I want to be at the convention where these two, the street lamp interference and the street light interference people, finally come to blows.
It is a weird thing. So, like, I guess overall, is it like the person's electromagnetic field interrupting it, or?
Well, we don't know. There is, and we have been for many years weaving a magnetic field around the world via our own, power and electrical grids and things of this nature. At the very least, tweaking the naturally occurring electromagnetic field of the planet. That much has been proven. But whether people and their personal effect on the electromagnetic field can have an effect on the electromagnetic field,
it goes the other
has
way.
never been proven.
It goes that other way.
like it's like the idea of like, you know how cows sleep facing east-west or something?
Yes. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Or it's north-south. It's nobody like knows how they do that. And the same thing about like birds flying off before an earthquake, or even like how they sense, like rats will sense a flood, or even migration. Like nobody really knows like how, if they're obviously not teaching their kids.
That's fair. How about this? We spend a little bit of the Werewolf Radar fortune to pay a number of test subjects, say like 100 or 1,000, and we just rub them on every street light we can until we figure out the slide or SLI DER.
Yeah. And we can feed them sliders on the bus, and we can have somebody like do the electric slide.
Oh, that'd be so cool. We get like sponsorship deals from Arby's, and we get their sliders.
Yeah. I mean, Garth Brooks obviously will help.
Garth Brooks, obviously, the slider himself.
The king slider, Garth Brooks.
Now, the reason this came up is because I know a couple of people who work in show business, and I have heard from a number of people that one, Mr. P. Diddy, has a number of requirements when he is coming to a show, and one of them being that you have double, triple backups for everything because, quote, stuff doesn't work around Puff Daddy. And I've had it confirmed
I would say
of times.
That is not true.
I've had it confirmed a number of times that when Diddy gets on set, shit starts cracking down. Shit starts breaking down. Tape doesn't work. They're popping light bulbs. The man's
he's electrifying.
He's electrifying. He's some sort of focal point. He is some sort of temporal anchor through which we can escape this Biff Tannen reality, is what I'm saying. He's the key to Universe
We'll just have to climb through Puffy.
Diddy, get in touch with us. I loved you and Get Him to the Greek. Crazy underrated, hilarious.
That's weird that P. Diddy
He's a slider, bud.
Exerts that
and
much
you could be
energy,
too.
I guess? Or
this is from an article called Are You a Slider?
Okay. Is it a BuzzFeed article? Let's take the quiz.
No, this is from I guess there would I guess the only way you would know is if you never got to the end of it, right? The computer just blows up.
If you're reading this text, you are not a slider. Sorry.
Yeah, right. One slider from Sydney reports that I've been noticing it for years that street lights often went out whenever I was around, but I'd always just assumed that it was something that happened to everyone. It wasn't until I started mentioning it that other people drew blank looks from them. I started to realize it was much less common than I'd first thought. Many people in Dr. Evans' study also reported that they had become circumspect about who they told, as more often than not, the response from other people was ridicule. I know that whenever somebody tells me that they might be in possession of a paranormal ability, I'm like, freak! Oh, witch! Burn him!
Well, and rightfully, you turn them into us, and we take them to the dungeon where we keep all of our freaks.
Yeah, but we don't burn them. We hook them up.
Yeah, we give them a PlayStation. They're not allowed to see the light of day. Well, now that we say this out loud, we might be doing a criminal.
It sounds bad. We got them hooked. They love it down there.
They're being taken well care of.
They're not under anything.
Oh, would you like them to say it? Give us a week, okay?
Oh, boy. Anyway, that's about the long and short on sliders. Basically, I wanted to ask you guys,
okay,
what do you think is going on here? What do you think? Some people think that some kind of explanations have been, everything from this person has some sort of ability to manipulate electricity, to this person has a stronger than normal, they're self-generating electromagnetic pulses periodically almost.
There is, have you seen videos of like psychics under like thermal photography or video?
And have I seen thermal psychics? Of course.
I saw them open for the flaming lips.
But like you can see, you can see some weird stuff where like a psychic reaches out or like makes a call to something. Yes. Like you can see like heat or energy or something move from place to place. And
I have seen that, and it would stand to reason that something like this would
like, you don't know you're a slider, but like you're just
Right.
reaching out energy wise at things,
Sporadically.
and sometimes you burn out a light.
you need a Professor X.
Yeah.
You need a Professor X who can come along. It's Jerry O'Connell. He's like, I was the fat kid in Stand By Me. Come with me. And he takes you, to his place and teaches you how to control it. And then would you be considered, if you could control the sliding,
Sure.
are you then an X-Man? And would it be, good? Is that a good power?
Anything's a
if you
good
can
power. Like
control
Magneto would be a
electricity.
good guy.
Well, I don't know that you can control electricity. You can put out streetlights at the very least. I mean, it does seem, if you're a P. Diddy, if you're an Omega level slider.
Yeah.
And you're shutting down, fucking TV cameras, your image cannot be captured because of your radiant fucking aura or whatever.
Do you think it's easier to capture
that's
him
something
now
else.
or back when it was just film analog?
No,
Probably
he's
easier.
He's just gotta let you. You gotta ask him, like like Robert the Doll.
He meditates for 3 days before
Yeah.
a shoot just to get his energies down.
All right, I'll be bathing in milk. I gotta go on Fallon on Wednesday. I'll be bathing in this slightly irradiated milk that seems to muffle my crazy psychic abilities. Careful, stand back.
And his poor children carry the curse as well.
Poor children, they also have it. I guess you could. I mean, that's the big thing is like I do experience this a lot. I've noticed it. I walk under something. I've honestly, I kind of attribute it to like they just go out. It's I have a mind that looks for patterns and connections and things, and I want to see those. So when I take a step and the light goes out, I'm like, something just happened. And then I guess I've always been like, I guess they just go out periodically. They're saving energy, or like
That's what I was told. But
I stepped on the wrong tile and it like jarred a fuse loose or something. But it does happen a lot. But it never happens like I never walk into a room and the light bulb goes out.
are you experiencing P. Diddy stuff? Like, I don't experience P. Diddy stuff in my setup here,
I am experiencing accelerated levels of fame. I produced an album last week that's gonna just melt the charts.
Are you diddying?
I'm diddying. I think I might be sleep diddying. I woke up the other day in like a teal suit, just like a fresh teal suit with like a t-shirt underneath it.
All velour.
Big old chunky shades. I don't know where any of it came from.
It sounds like you're diddying then. Your electronic
Hell
equipment's going to bust then. I suggest you get a good 3 or 4.
If you could do it everywhere, if you could do it in any room, I'd say yes, you're a superhero. If you can interrupt the lights, even just the lights of any room you're in, yeah, you're a superhero. We'll call you Blackout. We'll get you a trench coat and a mask. It'll be rad.
Well, you shouldn't even need the trench coat and mask. You can turn the lights off.
But if you find the switch, like if you...
You only attack at around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m.
I really love the idea of a vigilante.
Of a character named Light Switch.
A vigilante whose entire move is that he goes into the room and turns the lights out and then gets you all. Gets you. He's going to get you.
I mean, that's basically the
horrifying
shadow.
Twice than easily stopped.
Yeah. That is the shadow. There's all these.
Remember the movie
goons.
The Shadow? That's literally a scene where he just turns the lights off.
All these goons just bumping into each other. We'll turn the lights out. Oh, and then upside down in a barrel. The cops are here. Yeah, I get it. Anyway,
So yes, sliders sounds like a 1930s phenomenon.
It does, but it's also like my problem with the sliders phenomena, even being someone who has slidered
S-L-I-ders.
Yeah, Z. I don't. Why is it just streetlights? Some explanations think that it has something to do with the delicate nature of streetlights and the sodium involved in street
a
lights.
crystal.
That somehow the human, whatever this undiscovered human materia is that allows for some limited psychic communication, interacts with minerals. You know, people will tell you like the quartz will help them channel thoughts or whatever. Some people even think that hauntings are a result of residual energies being trapped in quartz deposits in the ground, and then geological activity will cause pop and a memory is released from some crystal.
Ooh, frightening.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely does seem like a poltergeist kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's the other idea is gremlins. We've talked about gremlins, the 1930s interpretation of gremlins before on the pod, where they are simply little sprites of mechanical failure, just like mechanical failure elementals that feed off of frustration.
That Amy Allen from the Dead Files, I mean, like, shit like that, if she's right, shit like that exists, and there could just be, like, a gremlin that follows you, Jordan.
Gremlins, yeah.
And is
I wouldn't be
constantly like,
surprised.
nope, electrical thing, smashy,
Sure.
smashy.
Honestly,
Or,
yeah. I think about that all the time.
Hilariously, though, there's a gremlin on top of every streetlight, but not all the time.
Or it's that, yeah, okay. Like that's where they live.
And then you come by, Jordan, they were like,
Yeah.
no light for you.
Yeah. Look at him. He's terrible. Smash the light. Yeah.
The paranormal world, man, it is thick.
Yeah. This has been a sliding away with Jordan. And that's my corner. If you're a slider, hit us up on Twitter. Yeah, right.
It won't work for you.
Don't